Hello, and welcome to the circus. It is Sunday. It is our day for stitching. And Loki says, "There's my snackies. There are my snackies. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? What's everybody working on? How's the audio? Do we sound good? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's everybody got to work on? What's going on? How is it December already? This is our 11th month of streaming. We are almost at a whole year's worth of streams. Can't believe it. Best way to spend Sundays with me that nobody's caught on to yet, but hopefully we will continue to grow slowly but surely. Okay, one more bug. Hey. Snacks have been had by the cats. I've got my beverage. Let's get my hair out of the way. And get stuck in. Oh, thirsty. Yes, I apologize. The background is a giant mess, but you know, there's too many stuffs going on. So much stuffs. What?
Progress is happening.
Yes, progress is happening. I'm not going to get up and move the camera, but we had great shenanigans have been ensuing over the past 48 hours. We're in the home stretch of the great renovation, demolition. The wrecking the halls has begun. And with that being said, what did I accomplish this week? Well, to start off with, we have all of our boning channels sewn. So we have some threads to knot off at the top here. I probably could have grabbed it, but we have boning to cut and slide into channels. And then we can sew the binding onto the bottom and then wait until we have an eyelet press. So hopefully this project will be done soon. I'm super excited. I'm just super excited. So that was an accomplishment. In a similar vein, we have, where's the top and the bottom? There we go. Loki, my consummate helper, says, "Look at these Ralph Pink full-length half-bone stays." Attack of the cat! Attack of the cat! Loki, you're going to distract me all morning, all afternoon. Who needs to sew when we can have cat time instead? Loki, can you come a little closer so your fans can see you? Nobody can see you but me. Except for your giant paws. That happened. So we have all of the seams done. I basted on these lacing strips for a quick fit. I think it fits pretty good. It might actually be a little bit big, but we're just going to carry on. I'm going to fire up the iron, press the seams open, pink one half of the side, and then fold the top over, and we'll do a flat felled seam back over on Brunhild, which hopefully next week we we'll try a different setup, and I will stream from the other room so we can sit and live sew at my sewing machine. And okay, if anybody does any Tonys or things for Lost Things, I ordered two extra bobbins and some presser feet for her. They got to the post office and they were supposed to be here on Friday, and there's been no updates on the shipping other than they made it to the post office. So please let them get here. If I have to, I will order another box of this because I want these presser fit to go to this machine, but I would much prefer that the one I ordered just shows up. So please come to me. Okay, there is that kvetching. I've got stuff everywhere. Let's see here. There's my tickets. This, I have almost finished the seams for my Seraphan. She is so swirly twirly. That's in the home stretches. I pulled all this stuff, but I don't actually know what I'm sewing on today. I'm just showing stuff off right now. So I should have grabbed, we have one of our flannel chemise tops. Haha, those are the words. I sewed the hems in, gathered the top, and then I'm probably just going to add some lace and shoulder straps. So we've got our bug one, and we have a plain pink one. And I guess I could have pinned the lace that I pulled onto the bottom, but I left the porcupine across the room. So we are just professionals around here. Pardon me while I itch real fast here. And I washed some stuff in the machine and then realized that we'd ruptured some of the lace at the bottom, so I gathered it again, left it unsewn so I can take it to the machine and finish it. What do you need help with? Oh, it's probably in front of Brunhild. Sure. And our bodiless helper. Okay. Well, we're starting off super awesome today. I guess, do I have at least the needle in here? No, oh gosh. We are like crushing it today. I know, because we do. We are exceptional and amazing, and
You're just rushing it.
I didn't want to be late, so I thought I grabbed everything I needed, only to realize, we do the best we can. At least I have needle and thread here somewhere. Oh, and then I forgot scissors. Wow, I am just like on the ball with everything today. I know I could throw up on the technical difficulties button, but what fun would that be? We're just That would just let everybody know that we're always a technical disaster. Oh, do I have a... Oh. Some random pin... What's... This is going to be a super short stream because we're just chilly and shenanigan. Oh, there's one of the things I was looking for. Oh, but then, oh my god. Did I leave my scissors? Loki, you need to come back so that people will look at you and forget that I'm here. Where are these? Are these ones not what? What's happening? These ones not it, but need to get run through. Wow, I am lost and confused. You'd think I had enough coffee today, but I guess not. Guess not sleeping doesn't help either. But who needs sleep? I mean, I do. It just doesn't always happen. And my nose is running. Wow, we are just doing it. Can I? No. Oh. Today is just a comedy of errors. And I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that. Okay. We've got a list. At least we've got a couple of things on our talking points today. I don't know what we're sewing on right now, but. So in the YouTube space, there is a. Hold on. I am having a technical difficulty. I'll be right back. Sometimes you just need a change of scenery to realize you have everything you need. It's just not where you were looking for it. Where was I? Oh, right. Established titles. This frequent sponsor of the YouTubers where you spend some money, you get 1 foot of square land in Scotland, be able to call yourself a laird or a lady, and then they donate money to a third-party company who then plants trees. And I guess people were in an uproar that people were buying their titles and that it wasn't Established Titles who was doing the tree planting. But from what I saw from Emily D. Baker, all right, we are back because Loki thought that I needed another technical issues break while he stepped on the computer. So, yeah, it appears that they're transparent about it. There could be some issue with these YouTubers and trying to call out folks who are being sponsored by Established Titles with tortious interference of business. So, who knows? We'll see what comes of that. It's hopefully a whole bunch of a nothing burger. And then everybody's getting mad for my stance on this whole Kanye West. Feel like he's got some issues right now. I think he's a human and deserves some compassion, but I also get the sense that the people who are he's being surrounded by people who are taking advantage of him in his time of need, it feels like. So hopefully that sorts itself out, because it just kind of feels a little sad. But I don't know. It's weird. I mean, granted, he's weird, and it's very odd when even Alex Jones is like, "You're even too weird for me." It is kind of saying a lot, so I don't know. But I didn't even realize all of, like, whoever thought of the net in the jar of Yahoo, that was kind of punny. I didn't see the whole thing, so I can't speak to all of the words that came out of his mouth, but that was kind of cheeky. Yeah. And I don't have any of all the details yet, but what is this that I saw? Was that from Mark Grobert? Something on the Twitter Spaces that words that what's her face from Arizona? Okay, can't report on stories if I can't get the words right, but as if there wasn't enough politicians in bed with former uppers of Twitter, I think that case is I think there's just gonna be more shenanigans afoot. That's what it seems like, that this is just the tip of an iceberg that is I think there's a lot more to come, so go follow Matt Taibbi over on the Twitters, who's been breaking that story, along with, I think somebody else might have the documents also, because there's probably thousands of pages of things. Oh, and it seems like, based on this tweet I'm looking at from Fair and Balanced, that it wasn't even just American elections that had shenanigans happen. It looks like there was some stuff in New Zealand as well. So, yeah. We will see what happens. Because it's going to be interesting. And, did I pull the article? So also, I want to give a shout out to the folks over at Rumble who, along with a blogger and somebody else, are suing the New York State Attorney General, or have a lawsuit in front of the New York State Attorney General for First Amendment issues. Let's pull this one up here, as this is. Let's see here. Rumble. Not Rubble. Rumble. Rumble versus this one. All right, let's be fancy here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go here and there and everywhere. Share screen. Share window. This one. Share on stream. Okay, yeah, so I pulled this up real quick from Law and Crime. Yeah, let's see here. So I didn't hear, I just saw Rumble post about this the other day. So 2 days before New York's online hate speech law is supposed to take effect, the video sharing website Rumble and a law professor file a lawsuit against the New York State Attorney General Letitia James, asking a judge to call it vague and unconstitutional. And we will hear more. Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, a nonprofit group better known as, by its acronym, FIRE, filed a 46-page complaint on behalf of 3 plaintiffs, Rumble, Locals, and Eugene Volokh. The First Amendment scholar behind the legal blog, The Volokh Conspiracy. I'm sorry, Mr. Volokh, that's probably not how you say your name. I've just got my Yiddish coming out today. New York's politicians are slapping a speech police badge on my chest because I run a blog, Volokh wrote in a statement. I started the blog to share interesting and important legal stories, not to police readers' speech at the government's behest. Passed in the wake of a white supremacist mass shooting of black shoppers at a grocery store in Buffalo, the law forces social media networks to publish a policy explaining how they will clamp down on speech perceived to vilify, humiliate, or incite violence against a group or class of persons. So that's where the thing, like, if they were actually doing those things, inciting violence, that would be a crime. But who gets to decide what is perceived to be something? No thanks, that's not your job. Where am I? Violence against persons class based on race, color, religion, or other protected categories. Fire notes that these platforms will be required to create a mechanism to report such speech, and must respond to those complaints. In their complaint, Wallach's lawyers say that the law hangs like a sword of Damocles over a broad swath of online services. In something of a First Amendment double whammy, the online hate speech law burdens the publications of disfavored but protected speech, though through unconstitutional compelled speech, forcing online services to single out hate speech with a dedicated policy, a mandatory report and response mechanism, and obligatory direct replies to each report. The professor's lawyer, Sheth writes in the complaint, if a service refuses, the law threatens New York Attorney General investigations, subpoena, and daily fines of $1,000 per violation. My goodness. Earlier this week, the Buffalo shooter, Peyton Gendron, pleaded guilty to all 5 charges for his terrorist attack, which he live streamed via GoPro, which was not cool, that he wore during the attack. He disseminated a racist rant before the event that articulated his motives. The Empire State Law had been intended in part to keep racially motivated terrorists from having spaces online to spread their ideologies and stop copycat attacks. However, if we push people that we don't like what they say into the dark corners, we don't know what they're saying. It's better that they have access to all these things because at least we can see what's going on. But if you don't know, you can't do anything about it. So much better to shed light onto these dark nooks and crannies rather than to let them be like black widows and cockroaches and just hide out in their own dark shadows. But Volokh says the New York law goes too far using such broad language that any attorney general can put bloggers at risk of financial ruin if commenters share opinions that are disfavored by the state. Under his interpretation of the statute, the professor says that regulators can go after an atheist perceived to have vilified organized religion or comedian John Oliver for his recent segment on HBO's Last Week Tonight, sending up the British monarchy, which could be constructed as a humiliation of the UK. There could be no reasonable doubt New York will enforce the online hate speech to strong-arm online services into censoring protected speech, the complaint states. The Attorney General's intentions, in fact, could not be clearer. As recited clear as recited. For example, in an October press release, the Attorney General declared that online platforms should be held accountable for allowing hateful and dangerous content to spread on their platforms because an alleged lack of oversight, transparency, and accountability of these platforms allows hateful and extremist views to proliferate online. Rumble, Local, and Volok want a federal judge to declare the law unconstitutional on its face as vague and overbroad. I concur. They also seek a declaration that it runs afoul of Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act as a statute that comes under fire by politicians across the spectrum. Sometimes described as the backbone of free speech on the internet, Section 230 immunizes websites from liability from the content of third-party speech. More than 25 years old, the statute has vanishingly few friends today outside of Silicon Valley and free speech activists. While conservative... Loki's distracting me, of course. While conservative politicians often mistakenly claim the law encourages censorship, the protections from liability have been credited for staving off more sweeping content moderation decisions. More left-leaning politicians object to the law's wide protections for websites that do not strictly police third-party hate speech, though First Amendment experts often criticize the solutions they propose as myopic or unconstitutional. The Attorney General's office did not immediately respond to an email requesting comment, because why would they? And the whole Section 230 thing, from my understanding, has to do with social media platforms are not... Oh, is this too... What? Oh, did I know that I was doing this when I did this? Loki's forever distracting me. I forgot. A lot of the lawyers on the YouTubes and the Rumbles have great explanations of Section 230. I am neither a lawyer nor a legal scholar, so go check out their stuff. I'm sure that tonight at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on vivabarneslaw.locals.com.rumble.youtube, Barnes and Viva will hopefully go over this Rumble thing because they are lawyers who help to draft Rumble's terms of service policies. So let's hear what they have to say. I'm going to go to the lawyers who wrote the draft. And I pinned this, and I think I realized I knew that I cut it. We found our porcupine only to unporcupine stuff. We are wieners today. Wieners. I know, and it's October. December. And so many people are doing Vlogmas, which I wish that it had a different name, because if you're not Christian and don't celebrate Christmas, why would you want to have like Vlogmas? Because it sounds like Christmas or vlogging up until Christmas. Can we get a better name for the December? Like Vlogtober at least makes sense, because it's like, all right, I'm going to vlog during the month of October. But yeah, and every year I'm like, am I going to do this? But then I'm like, wait, I'm not a vlogger. I don't want to sit and edit all those videos. And I haven't figured out when to stream every day in my daily schedule, so I haven't. But alas, more quetching. Did I completely do this too small? I completely flubbed up cutting this lace. It's a good thing I have more in my stash. We have done a lot of bitching and not a lick of stitching today. I think that's a first. And Loki's distracting me again. Oh, this must be and Rumble's got something's going on with the Rumbles the past week. They're working very hard, hopefully, on their back end things, because my video from Friday a week ago is not. I can share it, but it's still not. It's still in the pending category, and I've not had my weekly influx of plus new folks liking my content. But thank you to the 25th person. I think that was last week too. Thank to everybody who comes to hang out with me during these shenanigans. I am a hot mess today, so we're just gonna call it here because I'm rambling. I have nothing to sew, and maybe I'll pop on again later in front of Brunhilde when I've got something to actually do. All right, stay safe. Don't laugh at others unless you've laughed at yourself first, and don't wait until tomorrow when you can be fabulous today. All right, bye! And I hit the wrong button again. Weird. All right, have fun, folks.